In other news, Family First has made a significant impact on the New Zealand media scene with a raft of commentary on a variety of key issues.
Hell's Pizza is in trouble with lobby group Family First for using sex to advertise one of its pizzas.
Family First is worried a new vaccine for cervical cancer will give young girls the idea they're protected from other risks. The government's launched a 5-year vaccination.
Family First commissioned the study to look at the impact divorce, solo parenting and decreased marriage rates has on the country.
Family First is up in arms about 2 recent court decisions regarding the possession of child porn images.
A year and a half ago, Shell and BP service stations across the Tasman sealed adult magazines but have now banned them completely, and Family First wants New Zealand stations to follow suit.
Family First is fighting for a safer world for my kids to grow up in. I don't want my princess to be a sex object, and I want to be a great father to my son.
Family First says an apology from Trial Youth and Family highlights the need for an independent SIFS complaints authority. Spokesman Bob McCroskey says it.
Family First is blasting the Advertising Standards Authority after DB Breweries ran a controversial billboard campaign.
Family First is calling on the Immigration Department to show compassion to a heavily pregnant Lithuanian mother. She's been ordered to leave the country.
Family First spokesman Bob McCroskey says we need to put the issue of child abuse to the experts who are working on the ground and who know firsthand which families are at risk.
The petition appears, as we can see behind us there, in all the major dailies this morning, does it? How many papers is it covered in?
Yeah, New Zealand Herald, Dominion Post, Christchurch Press and Otago Daily Times.
He tono nā te rōpū Family First kia whakapikihi anō te pakeke o te inu Waipiro ki te rua te kau mā tahi, te rua te kau mā whārānu.
Unfortunately, in terms of some of the nasty things on the internet, the horse has bolted, unfortunately, and so it's putting some safeguards in place. So discuss it with your kids. If they do come across some of this dodgy stuff, talk about it.
But Family First New Zealand, which advocates for strong families and safe communities, says there is no place for topless sunbathing on our public beaches.
I think it's totally wrong to do that. There are many other places that they can go and lay and express their individuality or whatever, but why do it in a public arena?
We really worked hard to make this a family event. This is not an angry march. This is not a group of people who are angry. We just want democracy, don't we? Because we love our kids, we love our families.
What about the calls from Family First, which have come out this morning from Bob McCroskey, about the right to silence law? Will there be moves to change that?
But first, sex in school.
We go back to the classroom.
What's that? Emergency contraception.
To learn what kids are learning about sex.
We're just saying, hey look, it's just a physical act. As long as you wear the condom, you can basically get away with anything.
The Ministry of Education is disputing claims it willfully misled parents about the number of primary school students being suspended or stood down. It follows criticism from Family First that the figures were buried in a ministry student engagement report released last month.
Their faces are becoming familiar and the reaction of horror is always the same. Now campaigners want everyday people to stand up and be counted.
We're saying to New Zealanders, ask ourselves how we can be part of the solution.
But some see the idea of a kids' hotel as a convenient way out for parents who put their own lives or career first.
We keep on thinking what is most convenient for parents, what is best for families, what is best for our lifestyle, how do we get parents out working? What about the kids' perspective? What's best for them?
Sometimes in the midst of all of this, I just don't know what to think. Family First Midweek Update gives a clear, concise overview of the issues. I feel like I've been given back my voice.
Family First has quickly become one of the leading voices for family issues in New Zealand and is regularly sought after by media for comment and analysis. Our message has been seen far and wide in mainstream print media. We're also extending our impact with large format billboards and newspaper display ads across the country.
I want Mum and Dad to stay together forever. Family First reckons families and marriages are important, and so do I.
News time.
The lobby group Family First is furious at this week's planned launch of the violent video game Grand Theft Auto. The game, among other things, allows players to buy cocaine, run over civilians in cars and shoot police officers.
Family First says the court's decision is a disgrace.
We have deemed in our legal system that the right of the pornography industry to advertise on a main street is more important than the right of families to be protected.
Others were outraged. A lobby group gathered 300,000 signatures, which forced the citizens' referendum.
Family breakdown and decreasing marriage rates are costing New Zealand taxpayers at least $1 billion. A new report commissioned by Family First shows even a small reduction in the family breakdown and increase in marriage rates could mean a significant savings for taxpayers.
It's the flick that's been billed as a supernatural tale of mental illness, bondage, incest, revenge and explicit graphic violence. Not exactly family viewing, right? Well, definitely not, says Family First. They've already called for the film Wound to be banned.
It's almost 4 years since babies Chris and crew Kahui were killed. Now Family First says an anonymous donor has offered $25,000 to see justice served.
Ka noho ko ia hei papatau patu mā Sue Bradford, rātau ko Bob McCroskey, ko tākuta honeka.
Joining me now is Bob McCroskey from Family First in the studio and Women's Health Doctor Carol Shand joining us from Wellington. Good morning to you both. Thanks for being with us.
I want to know why the law and why people aren't going over the real perpetrators, like with Nia Glassy and Coral Burrows and the Kahui twins. Why aren't people like that targeted?
We've now got a number of things kicking in. We've got increased mortgage rates. We've got GST kicking in shortly.
Hi there, I'm Simon Barnett and a very proud dad of 4 beautiful girls. In the next 90 seconds, let me explain to you what the referendum on the anti-smacking law is all about.
Family First have released a survey. It's called Young People and Alcohol, and of course the Alcohol Reform Bill is something that's going to be kicking over this year.
Since we started Family First in 2006, we've had literally hundreds of radio interviews and TV appearances, and been quoted in countless newspaper articles, speaking up on family issues. But we're not about making a noise for the sake of it. We're concerned about the welfare and protection of families. We can help give you a voice, so that together we put family first.
To add your voice and support the family, visit www.familyfirst.org.nz and subscribe to the free email updates. You can also financially support this important work. It's as easy as a few simple clicks.